I drink up me rum and me tumble down. Me no want no gal come tingle me.
Nearly a year on the road, all those miles, all those airports, infinite variety of awful plumbing. It was time for something low impact. So off to Jamaica.
Iron barra, me no want no gal come tingle me.
This is the first time I've ever driven a car on the wrong side of the road. I mean, knowingly. How hard could it be? Oh, I get the pass on the right, too. Woo-hoo-hoo. Thankfully, we have a roll bar.
But this time, a different angle. You probably know of Jamaica as a vacation paradise. But it's worth mentioning this is a divided country and has been in one form or another since the days of slavery. There's a small minority who control most everything, and then there's the poorer, generally darker-skinned majority, less connected, left out. Jamaican cuisine, a lot of it, still reflects this conflicted history. Breadfruit, saltfish, this was slave food, cheap, long-lasting, filling, introduced basically as feed.
Bar, iron bar, and me no want no gal come a finger it.
Day one, first order of business, get my, some jerk chicken. Can you blame me? No, I think not. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know this routine. Believe me. It's brown, it's murky, and it burns, Mommy. It burns.
And there are still, all these years later, 2 Jamaicas. There's the Jamaica that most Jamaicans live in, cook in, struggle to survive in. The real Jamaica. Then there's the Jamaica which you're probably more familiar with. But tourists have been coming to Jamaica for a long time, when this part of the island, particularly Port Antonio, threatened to become an international jet-set destination. Local legend has it that Errol Flynn was shipwrecked here on his yacht in 1947 and promptly fell in love with the place. Before Flynn, it had been an empire of bananas, a huge industry that later became United Fruit. Bananas went out, tourists came in. The banana business eventually went elsewhere, and when tourism shifted to the other side of the island with the construction of an airport at Montego Bay, well, that was pretty much it. The northeast coast was largely forgotten. It has the feel, still, of a forgotten paradise. There are those who believe that the area can come back, that it must come back, that the future is in hotels and resorts and restaurants for wealthy visitors, as it once was. Take this place, for instance. The Trident Hotel. Expensive, luxurious. Best of all, I'm the only guest. Oh, did I mention it comes with a castle? What kind of person would own a building like that? Who? Why? Then this man arrived and kind of answered that question. All of this belongs to Michael Lee Chin, local boy turned billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, and my host. He's invited me for dinner.
That's
some rum before we do some crabbing, yeah?
Right, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
But first, we need crabs for that dinner, I'm told. Caught in the traditional style. A drink is in order.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Respect. Crabbing.
Crabbing.
Respect.
A lot of crab holes.
This time of year, Port Antonio is literally crawling with crabs, I'm told. It'll be really easy. Just scoop up the little bastards and then it's back to the pool.
Only you haven't seen any, right?
Now I'm looking. I'll lunge at him.
It's hot. I think it's that rum, you know.
Really thick in the bush, you know?
It's sweltering, freaking hot, and dark.
You find something?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
But it doesn't seem to bother the hotel chefs who willingly risk dismemberment for the sake of procuring a tasty dinner.
We want him alive. We have questions to ask him. Where are your friends?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
One crab down, 49 left to go.
With the help of Tony, we're gonna get some more tonight, so.
I'm frankly anxious to get this over with, so when the opportunity arises to stick my paw down into a hole where there's probably a pissed off crab looking to clamp down on my pinky with his pincers, I could care less.
Nothing.
No, nobody home.
Oh, Hans. Ah, damn it. I think I stepped in the antness.
Are those fire ants? Wonderful. Please attack my nutsack. Anything to get this over with quicker.
Ah, he's running. Hey, man.
Okay, I don't want to kill the little guy.
That's it right there. Right and left, right and left. Whoa.
Yeah.
Expert.
Nice one.
Next.
What seems like several sweltering hours later, it's mission accomplished, and it's back to home base and time to get ready for dinner at the castle, followed by a party, I'm told.
Do you recognize these, Tony?
I put this guy in a bag tonight.
I'm joined by billionaire Michael, his partner John Baker, music producer and hotelier, John's wife Nordia, Errol Flynn's grandson Luke Flynn, and his wife Sky.
You grew up in this
Yes.
in this area. What was Port Antonio like in the 50s?
Port Antonio was, it was vibrant, banana, lots of wealthy tourists. So Port Antonio was a happening place.
You're a man with a diverse financial interests. Banks, communications. As a veteran of 30 years in the hospitality business, why? Why would you do such a hard and probably unprofitable thing? I mean, usually unprofitable.
You're being very kind.
It's a really business, generally speaking.
Well, I thought you're smart and that you're brilliant, but your behavior shows that you're dumb.
No, I know the answer. Are you a romantic?
Great things will happen when you romanticize, you dream, you aspire, you see a vision, and you set out to achieve that vision. Trident is here to catalyze people to come to Port Antonio and discover wow, wow, and wow again.
Where does it cross over? Where all of the things you love about this area, where all of the villas are spanking new, and people are building 400-room hotels, is there a threshold where things start to not be the things that you loved about the place in the first place, and how do you guard against that?
You know, Tony, Port Antonio is a long way from getting there. It has not progressed out of the 50s.
It's had very little tourism in recent years.
Why isn't there lots of, everybody loves reggae,
Everybody loves Bob Marley. Everybody loves spicy, delicious Jamaican food. What's the problem?
Because you don't get off a plane and go 100 yards to an all-inclusive. There's no rule lift here. You have to get here.
It's that simple?
It's as simple as a lift, and it's as simple as we're shrouded by the Blue Mountains, and it's an effort to get here. So it filters out certain forms of travelers. So we have to make it a little bit easier to get
I mean, you get
people
beat
in.
out by a lot of lame islands, let's face
Oh,
it.
totally.
And even in Jamaica, lamer areas. For me, I say if someone says, oh, I've been to Jamaica and they haven't been to Port Antonio, I'm like, well, really, you didn't get a real feeling of Jamaica.
You can't go many places in the world and find natural beauty. People who are genuinely warm, where there's a strong culture of food, strong culture in terms of music, and at the same time, be able to be a part of a community, and you can be a visitor without being a part of the tourist industry.
It's inevitable, of course, that next door to Goldeneye, there would be a James Bond beach.
All of the Bond movies were conceptualized and written here.
When Blackwell heard I wanted to visit the local fishermen, he hooked me up with his good friend Carl to accompany me. I'm here to hit Dr. Ho's, a local rum bar where one can indulge in a typical hard-working fisherman's breakfast. Rum.
So we drinking rum here, we drinking beer, we drinking rum and beer.
Well, I know. It's hardcore.
But you're recommending just like some beer and some rum together.
No, the steel bottom now.
Steel bottom.
All right. Steel bottom now, right? We're going to do 1 part of rum.
Yep.
Right, and 4 parts of beer. No water, no ice. Try that. It's a steel bottom, meaning it's non.
It's good.
Yeah.
It'll work.
And you could take it to your dimension.
So who fishes here? You fish?
Yeah.
What are you fishing for?
Hold on, let me get. It's multiple fishing,
Right.
which will be your snapper, your parrot, your grunt. Exactly.
Right. So is business better these days or worse these days?
Okay.
Worse. Right.
So overfishing is a problem.
Orcabessa is a fishing village, for now at least. All throughout the Caribbean, fish stocks are in decline, and making a living from the sea is getting harder and harder.
So right here, it's actually become a fishing sanctuary. We're trying to now revive the fish stock around the island.
So if this becomes a protected sanctuary, what are you going to do for a living?
Yeah, so they have to go further out to sea for deep sea fishing.
That means more gas?
More gas, more economic condition, less fish. So it's a strain, right?
Is there a future for the traditional fishing industry in Jamaica, or do you think, like every place else in the Caribbean, is it going to end up an entirely tourist economy?
It's going to belong to the tourists.
This is...
This place here, because I can tell you something. I live just off the road, lovely spot, which is on the coast, just like Chris Blackwell, and they're going to tell me that I cannot fish in there.
But what is happening now?
Here's what I'm kind of getting at. Rich people want to live what they see as a simple life. In their minds, they want to live the life of a Jamaican fisherman. So they want to live the life of somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. But the people who actually do that now are giving up their living and essentially entering the tourist sector. There's a certain amount of weird irony at work here. Who gets to live in paradise?
Nobody. Because guess what?
You got a point. And I'd like to clear up the point what you have, right? There's a lot of things going on here, right? I read a piece of paper a couple months ago that's going on down here, right? The native here don't have no beach in a few months' time.
This architect's model sits in one of Goldeneye's offices, showing what Orocabesa's coastline will look like if all goes according to plan.
They're gonna have an ID to come inside here.
We don't care about truth, man. We kill people for truth,
No, I'm
man.
telling the truth.
I'm no expert on local politics, but whatever is going on here has clearly stirred up some strong emotions.
See the street here? That street is school kids. I have to go to school. They also want to own that. Yeah, man, that's true. That's true.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I'm talking
Hold on.
I'm native.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, Chris.
Yo, just stop talk.
Hold on.
Mr. Stop bomb clock talk, my brethren. Mr. Stop talk, my brethren. I don't want to hear no more of that. Just cool, man. Just stop talk. Stop talk.
We gotta talk real.
Oi, big man, stop talk. Why? Come here.
Come on, time interview.
Yeah.
Sit down,
No,
take
go back.
Don't do that.
Go sit down. No. To all the program work, you see me? We just kick back and cool. See me?
sit down.
We can't expose yourself. See me?
Which is better? To be your own man, uphold family tradition in a dangerous, ever-shrinking, ever more difficult business, trying to catch fish in the sea, or carry a golf bag for a wealthy tourist? I couldn't tell you. I was in the service industry cooking people's food for most of my working life, so it's not like I have anything against it. But I don't know.
It's a joyous day. Let us find the spirit in man and travel to the unknown. I think because we are here in the present, that it had just started. This is coming way out of the unknown, out of the nothingness. And we are going to go on into the information area, into the celestial. We are what it called astral travelers. So we travel from dimension to dimension. If one man die, all man dead. And if one man live, all man live. Tolerance. One dog, one fowl, one cow, one puss, one moon, one sun. It has to be multi-purpose in order to sustain energy and life. Say a black, blue, green, pink, yellow, river, sea, mountain, bird, dog, puss, man. Everything is from the non-such. Everything is related. The car, the money, everything is connected to the universe. So if we as a human person does not realize how vulnerable we are within the changes of time, and the earth will not disappear, my brethren. It's I and I.
Who gets to live in paradise? It's Jamaica. Let's accept as a basic premise that this is about as close to paradise as it gets, right? This place I'm staying was built by a guy who lived here 2 months out of the year. That place down there, probably the same, 2 months a year. Sad to say, I think it's unlikely that 50 years from now, anyone but the extraordinarily fortunate, the extraordinarily connected, and the extraordinarily rich will be able to even look at a vista like this. That is my personal theory. Look, here I am, fully aware of the irony of this situation. It's like the whole preservation thing. Who preserved for who? Save the reef. For who? Save the beach. For whom? Not you, probably. Later that evening, Blackwell invited me to his private bar, just down the cliff from Fleming's old villa. There are very few pieces of land anywhere on Earth like this, especially with this kind of legendary status.
Legendary status, yes, it's Fleming, it's really Bond's birthplace.
Chris Blackwell is the founder of Island Records. He's credited with discovering Bob Marley and spreading the gospel of reggae into the mainstream all across the world. To the extent that one person can sort of be responsible for the soundtrack of your life, you are responsible for much of the soundtrack of my life. You signed Roxy Music and Brian Eno, both, yes?
Yes.
Did you have any idea, signing Bob Marley, the extent to which his image alone would blow up to you know, Che Guevara level?
But Bob somehow managed to touch people in every corner of the world, in different cultures, different societies. No, I never could have imagined. I don't think anybody could have imagined. It's so unbelievable.
Having sold Island Records for a sum rumored to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, Blackwell spends his time, well, doing whatever he wants. You have a number of hotel properties, rum business.
Mm-hmm.
What's the master plan? Or are you just having fun?
Well, always is to have fun. That's part of the master plan. You only live around here one time, so I'm very excited about here, what I'm doing here. I'm trying to break a little resort town. It's something that filters into the town, filters into the parish, filters into the country. You know.
Lately, the project at hand is the Oracabessa Fish Sanctuary, set up to protect the local fish habitat and breeding grounds. A noble cause, but one that has put Blackwell squarely at odds with some of his neighbors. It seems to me that most people who come to Jamaica pretty much stay within the compound, you know, sandals or whatever, and don't really get out there much.
It's a business model, and that business model works well for people. The market that I'm going for are the ones on the high level, in terms of a high cost level.
Is it an inevitability that basically all of the Caribbean, that it's essentially going to end up as a service economy?
Yes, I think mainly so, and then it's based on tourism. It's based on people visiting.
It's a tough balance. The engine that's going to preserve or save is often dependent on who's coming to look and what they're willing to pay to come and look. Can there be a balance, do you think? I mean, can a place this beautiful be unspoiled forever?
I think there could be a couple hundred places like this in Jamaica. As long as there are people who can go and spend some money in communities, go to a little restaurant, go to a little bar, go to, you know, shop. That's essential for Jamaica to really thrive.
If life were a Bond film, who would you be in a Bond film?
Well, there's only one hero in a Bond film. That's
Oh, you'd be the hero?
I'd have to figure that out, yes.
I don't know whether I'd be the villain. I'd be like number 17.
He has an unhappy end,
Yes.
and his end is
frequently.
quite short, yeah.
Next day, and I know where I'm going.
Run a mongoose, mongoose your name gone abroad.
Because you never know. because it may not be here that much longer, not like this anyway. Sun, sand, rum, and ting, and some more food.
Put it in him left coat pocket around the mango.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Wow, what a spread. I'm not going hungry today. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm so excited. That is actually quite delicious. You're not missing out on starches. I mean, you get yam, plantain, breadfruit, rice, peas, corn, carrots, dumpling, festival.
Like the man said, eat dessert first. Life is uncertain.
That's good. I knew I was coming back here. I knew it was a smart move to come back here. These ladies can cook.
Point being, the way the world turns, the inevitable grind of history seems to indicate that places like this and people like this get plowed under, pushed aside, paved over. Who owns paradise after all? Who in the end gets to own paradise, use paradise, or even visit it? That's a question that's probably worth paying attention to before there's none left at all.